We'll start this off with Exodus 20 and verse 1. Go ahead, my brother.
And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
That love me.
That hate me.
That hate me. Okay? They hate God. Read, brother.
And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Yes, sir.
Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
Let's go to Ecclesiastes 12, verses 13 and 14. Ecclesiastes 12, verses 13 and 14. Go ahead, my brother.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments.
Yes, sir.
For this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Yes, sir. Revelation 22, verses 14 and 15. Revelation 22, verses 14 and 15. Go ahead, my brother.
Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie.
Happy Sabbath, Israel.
Happy Sabbath, brother.
That is the reading of the commandments, okay? We read those every Sabbath for those that got to leave early, right? So you got to go. Your salvation is in your own hands. You understand? I think it's about the time we tell the kids to rise up, right? Kids, get up and get out. Quietly and slowly. Yes, sir. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
That's right. That's right. Now I got y'all by yourself.
Right.
No interruptions. First and foremost, I want to say greetings to the Memphis camp. It's my first time here, and it's an honor to be here, to stand before you on the Lord's Sabbath day. I want to say greetings to all the classes around the world, trying to spread this word this morning so we can get up out of here. We're trying to get this word out to everybody we can, Israel. So he's dispatching teachers all around the world this morning. And we all standing in the same place talking about this book. You understand? Here at the Israel of God, we teach by subject and title, period. You understand? Yes, you can't read the whole Bible in one session, right? So today we're going to focus on the judgment, the righteous judge. The righteous judge. Now, many of you all came to the Israel of God later in life. right?
Yep.
Had the Lord not been righteous and fair, we'd have been dead. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So we already know he a righteous judge just by you sitting here. But what we're going to do today is uncover it. Because sometimes we don't know that we've survived something that we shouldn't have. And you don't know how. You understand? You sitting here today because the Lord is a righteous judge.
That's right.
You don't want to put the judgment in my hands. You don't want to do that. Because you make me mad, you know what's happening. You already know. I want some get back. Revenge. Right? But with God, he's something else. So when we read this book to you today, you're going to see. But when I open this book up with a story, the brother was using it in his prayer. I thought he was going to the Psalms. He went to Samuel. Right? But we're going to pick that up, 2 Samuel, where he was praying at. Opening scripture. 2 Samuel 24. We're going to look at the righteous judgment of God. Now, you may not agree with it, but it ain't about that. It's all about God. You just need to do what he say. 2 Samuel 24. We're going to pick this up with King David. You know King David was his man's, right?
Yeah.
If he didn't get passed, guess what you got coming? Right? If King David had to deal with it, guess what you got coming? Right? So let's pick this up at 2 Samuel 24:1. What does it say, brother?
And again, the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel. And he moved David against them to say, go, number Israel and Judah.
Say, wait a minute. He mad at Israel. He mad at the whole nation. But he said, you know what? I'm going to get them. I'm going to move David to do something he shouldn't do. See, the Lord can do that to you. You think you doing something? The Lord done moved you to do it, right? So he moved David to do something in his emotions, didn't he?
Right.
Read, brother.
For the king said to Joab, the captain of the host, which was with him, go now through all the tribes of Israel, from Dan even to Beersheba, and number ye the people, that I may know the number of the people.
Go ahead.
And Joab said unto the king, now the Lord thy God add unto the people, how many soever they be, an hundredfold, and that the eyes of my lord the king may see it. But why doth my lord the king delight in this thing?
Go ahead.
Notwithstanding the king's word prevailed against Joab and against the captains of the host. And Joab and the captains of the host went out from the presence of the king to number the people of Israel.
Look, that was a problem. Yep. You understand? Because God always fought for Israel. You could have been two of you. You'd have still won. Because when God fighting for you, can't nobody win.
That's right.
So David feeling himself right here. He count my army. Like he giving him the credit. Read, brother, skip down to 9.
And Joab gave up the sum of the number of the people unto the king, and there were in Israel 800,000 valiant men that drew the sword, and the men of Judah were 500,000 men.
Man, we big. We ain't had an army since, y'all know that, right?
Right.
I mean, the ROTC can run us off. That's how weak we are as a nation. Wow. You understand? But right here, we were balling right here. Read, brother.
10. And David's heart smote him after that he had numbered the people. And David said unto the Lord, I have sinned greatly in that I have done. And now I beseech thee, O Lord, take away the iniquity of the servant, of thy servant, for I have done very foolishly.
Who did foolishly out there in their life before? Let me see your hands. Y'all ain't sure.
That's right, bro.
So David was the same way. He's like, man, I blew it. So now he in a very tough situation, right? Let's see how the Lord do this. Read, brother.
For when David was up in the morning, the word of the Lord came unto the prophet Gad, David's seer.
The Lord was like, hey, Gad, get up. I want you to go run an errand, tell this brother something. Read.
Saying, go and say unto David, thus saith the Lord, I offer thee 3 things. Choose thee one of them, that I may do it unto thee.
Look at the Lord. The Lord playing with this boy like a cat. Read.
So Gad came to David and told him and said unto him, shall 7 years of famine come unto thee in thy land?
You can have 7 years of famine, David. Hunger. Come on now.
Or wilt thou flee 3 months before thine enemies while they pursue thee?
Oh, you want me to run from my enemy for 3 months? That's a tough one, too, because I'm on that road, sleeping on rocks and all that. I can't do that one. What's the third one?
Or that there be 3 days' pestilence in thy land. Now advise, and see what answer I shall return to him that sent me.
Look, the Lord said, I'm waiting on your answer. Look, ain't now one of them choices, man. You ain't gonna survive without some kind of lick right here. You're gonna get some kind of beating. You got to decide how you want it. You want to take the window or the stairs? That ain't no choice, is it?
No.
But that's all he got. In his wisdom, let's see what he choose. Read.
14. And David said unto Gad, I am in a great strait. Let us fall now into the hand of the Lord.
Let us fall into who?
The hand of the Lord.
Instead of men chasing me, instead of me going through famine, let me fall where? In the hands of God. I'm telling you the same thing. If you're going through something, if you can't fight it, fall into the hands of the Lord. Period. Give it up right away, especially at your job. Read.
For his mercies are great.
His mercies are great.
And let me not fall into the hand of man.
Go ahead.
So the Lord sent a pestilence upon Israel.
You think the Lord wasn't going to move on what he said he was going to do? Oh, David, you're being humble now. I ain't going to even hurt you. Let's see if that's what happened. Read.
The Lord sent a pestilence upon Israel from the morning even to the time appointed. And there died of the people from Dan even to Beersheba.
How many?
70,000 men.
70,000. Where I'm from, that's gangster.
Yeah, that's gangster.
We in Memphis, ain't it? That's gangster. Right here in Memphis. You gonna capture your army? I'm gonna kill 70,000 of your men in one day. God don't play.
No.
You understand me? You gonna violate, I'm gonna violate you. Right? Almost sound human, don't it? You do something to me, I'm gonna do something to you. Right? But what we don't understand is the God we serving. So, look, in order for you to know what God is thinking and doing, guess what you got to do? You got to read this book. Because I'm going to tell you, you not knowing ain't no excuse.
That's right, bro.
It'll get you killed what you don't know.
That's right, bro.
Boy, he always said, look, if you don't know this book, it's on you. You come here every Sabbath, quoting scripture and all that, but you don't know the ways of God. What? Let's show you something.
Teach, bro.
Bruh, go to Isaiah 55. You got to understand this first. Memphis. I ain't come here for nothing. Y'all sit spread apart like you don't like each other. Sanctuary huge. Y'all spread out. Praise the Lord. Make the place look full.
Teach it, bro. Get him.
Isaiah 55. First of all, y'all need to understand who you're dealing with. And I ain't talking about Brother O'Neill. I'm talking about the Lord. He ain't playing with y'all. Memphis ain't nothing but Chicago. Y'all know that.
Right.
I'm like riding around like, man, I'm out on 55th Street.
New Chicago down the road.
Yeah. Boys down here, just straight Chicago. You ain't fooling me. Isaiah 55, pick it up at verse 6. This is what we need to know first, y'all. Read.
Seek ye the Lord while he may be found.
Because you ain't going to be able to get him. So you got to get him now. Read.
Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him. And to our God, for he will abundantly pardon.
Abundantly. All you got to do is go to, man, I'm sorry. I am sorry I did that. I shouldn't have stole that woman's wallet. got to apologize, man. Apologize to the Lord when you feeling like I'm tore up right now. You got to find God. Read.
For my thoughts are not your thoughts.
That's what you tell your kids, don't it?
Right.
You don't think like me. Go lay down. The Lord tell you your thoughts ain't my thoughts. So why you trying to analyze what I'm thinking? Read.
Neither are your ways my ways,
Go ahead.
saith the Lord.
Go ahead.
For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts.
Look, you need to get all that other stuff out your mind and follow Christ. Man's wisdom is foolishness to God. You understand? So you got to get in this book and find out the ways of God. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Because he say, my ways higher than your ways. So guess who ways you got to learn? His ways. So you can survive this thing. Right?
That's right, bro.
So look, it's only, today is the Sabbath, right?
Yes.
Now look, the Lord give you a choice in this thing. You can do what you want. You can keep the Sabbath or you ain't got to keep it. It's on you, right? But there's an example in this book of a brother who chose not to. Let's take a look at him, Numbers 15, because we're talking about the judgment, right? The righteous judge. Numbers 15. There's an example in here for people that just can't do right. And you should pray for them. Not accuse them, just pray for them. You got to be an awfully brave person to stand toe-to-toe with God.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Numbers 15 and 32, what does it say, brother?
And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man that gathered sticks upon the Sabbath day. And they that found him gathering sticks brought him unto Moses and Aaron and to all the congregation.
So look, we walking and we see a man violating the Sabbath. The one doing it already in trouble. It's the ones who saw them. Now the Lord want to see what they gonna do, if you gonna be a snitch or not. Y'all know how y'all like about snitching, right? Now the Lord say, who gonna tell this brother picking up sticks? I'm gonna wait and see. Let's see what they did. Because again, they didn't know what to do with this cat. They didn't know. Read, brother.
And they put him in ward.
They put him where?
In ward.
Ward is jail. Why they put him in ward? Read.
Because it was not declared what should be done to him.
The Lord didn't reveal to him what punishment you get for breaking the Sabbath. So they put the man in jail. Y'all know how we are. We compassionate, right? We wouldn't have said kill him. We say lock him up for a few hours. You know what I mean? We wouldn't even whooped him.
Right.
We'd have just been like, brother, we putting you in jail. But let's see what the Lord do. Read.
35. And the Lord said unto Moses,
What did he say?
the man shall be surely put to death.
Look, right off the top. God don't play. And he made his brother an example. He put him in the book. For people like y'all who think you could play with him. He ain't to be played with. And he done killed his brother. This man gonna wake up and say, you killed me in the same day. They still living. But you know what? I see the Bible says sentence against an evil work is not speedily
executed
speedily, y'all.
Yes,
He
sir.
ain't gonna get you right away. He just gonna delay it until his judgment day. And he gonna show you. And that's when you gonna bow your head and say, Lord, you merciful. You've been merciful.
Yes.
I deserve to get what I get. That's all you gonna say.
Come on, bro.
You understand? You got to make this thing work.
Come on.
You can't just be coming there every week for nothing. You got to be doing your work out here. Because the Lord ain't taking no shorts. I don't do slothfulness. I don't do laziness. If you're ashamed of me, I'm going to be ashamed of you. So that's the guy. They put him in jail because the Lord say, look, the Lord didn't reveal to him what to do to him. So the Lord say, kill that man. Right?
Yeah.
Let's give you another example. Let's go to Leviticus. I'm sorry, brother.
Okay.
Let's go to Leviticus 24. Give you another example. I give examples because we hard-headed. You know I ain't lying.
Facts.
Leviticus 24.
Teach, bro.
Hard-headed people. I enjoy calling you that because the Bible don't lie. We the worst of the world.
What you said.
I ain't even lying. You should be happy about that. 24 and 10, because you get punished, Israel. Leviticus 24 and 10. This is why you got to know our God, right? Now look at this example. You got to know your God. And you got to know your audience, where you at, right? Let's read this. Go ahead, brother.
And the son of an Israelitish woman.
24 and 10, read.
And the son of an Israelitish woman, whose father was an Egyptian.
Wait a minute, what make her Israelitish? Why they call her Israelitish? Because she married out of the 12 tribes.
Right.
Now she listening to her husband first. Now she Israelitish.
Break it down,
right?
bro.
Read, Doc.
Whose father was an Egyptian. Went out among the children of Israel. And this son of the Israelitish woman and a man of Israel strove together in the camp.
So they arguing. They arguing in the camp. You right? You won't tell me what to do, blah, blah. Skip it. Read.
And the Israelitish woman's son blasphemed the name of the Lord and cursed.
Wait a minute. We was cool until you did that. Right? He blasphemed what?
The name of the Lord.
Read.
And cursed. And they brought him unto Moses.
Wait a minute. They brought him to who?
Moses.
Because they didn't know what to do. You understand? It's not in our hands what should happen to this guy. But the Lord finna teach us a lesson here. Read.
Mid-11. And his mother's name was Shelemith, the daughter of Dibri, of the tribe of Dan.
Go ahead.
And they put him in ward.
Which is jail. Lock him up, because that's what we do.
That's what we do.
You in time out. Right? You know what? I'm tired of you. You in time out. The whole nation of us is in time out right now. Y'all know that? The whole nation. God, come on, lady. I'm going to put the whole nation in time out. That's where we are. But you look good. But you still locked up. Read.
And they put him in ward, that the mount of the Lord might be showed them.
What the Lord say, man?
And the Lord spake unto Moses,
and
saying,
said what?
Bring forth him that have cursed without the camp.
Bring him here. Read.
And let all that heard him lay their hands upon his head.
And everybody that heard him, put your hand on the man. Read.
And let all the congregation stone him.
Man, let all the congregation what?
Stone him.
And you better not hit him like this. I mean, you better throw that rock. I know that's your boy, but I need you to wind up and hit him hard. Think you ain't gonna do it? Yeah, you doing it.
Right.
Because you didn't know what God required before this happened. But he made an example out these boys, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
And they made the book. They made it in the scriptures for them being hard-headed. But the Lord put both of them to death, didn't he? Mm-hmm. He didn't ask us. He said, kill him. Mm-hmm. To make you an example. You understand?
Yeah.
I got one more for you, and then we out of here. Deuteronomy 25. We out of here, man. Y'all was like, boy, we out already. Go to the park, man.
Not the park.
Yeah, go look at nature. You know how we do. We going to look at some nature. Next thing you know, you out there hooping. You got to read, bro. You ain't we hard-headed, man. Ooh, yes, we the worst. You can't do nothing but laugh at it. We just the worst people ever. Right? Now let me show you this. So you got to know what you know. Okay? So look. Where you at?
Deuteronomy 25.
Now look, a lot of y'all probably never read this. So look, let me do an example. Okay? A little improv.
Yes, sir.
Look, two brothers out of somewhere arguing, right? They fight. And with words, they verbally fight. And then they start fighting each other. Now, the wives of both of these men that fighting, the one that's getting beat up, his wife said, I got to save my husband, right? She going to help her husband get out the grips of this man, right? So what she do is help him the only way she feels she know how, right? Now, we're going to get into the story, and you're going to see the gist of what I'm saying, right? Mm-hmm. Go ahead, brother. Deuteronomy 25:11, what does it say?
When men strive together one with another, and the wife of the one draweth near for to deliver her husband out of the hand of him that smiteth him.
The man giving him 2 pieces, he whooping on him. But the wife said, I got to deliver my husband because he getting beat up. So what she do? Read.
And putteth forth her hand, and taketh him by the secret.
Oh, man, I got to get off my husband, so I got to grab the secrets. Y'all explain it to the kids when you get home. Right? He say, I gotta grab the secrets to get him off. Right? Read.
Then thou shalt cut off her hand, thine eye shall not pity her.
Look, we on the way home. I'm saying, baby, I was getting beat up, huh? Yeah, you was. If it weren't for me, he'd have beat you to death. Right? Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, you right. I'm a little embarrassed. Right? But I'm like, you know what's got to happen, don't you? You're going to get home, I'm going to cut your hand off and then say, make me a sandwich, because I can't have no pity. Look, that's a judgment. Y'all sisters got to know, kick them. Stomp them in the head, but don't grab nothing. Why? Because you married, and God don't play it. I don't want you touching another man. Nowhere, under any condition.
Teach, bro. That's right.
Look at his ways and your ways.
Higher. All right.
You understand? You got to understand this God. Before you go in, let him get beat up. Get to the house. I lost that one, baby. Yeah, you did.
All right.
Yeah, you did. But you got to know as a sister what barriers the God got up.
That's right.
If you're going to help, you got to help according to the book.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
It's not what you know. It's what you don't know. You understand? Where you at, Doc?
We just finished Deuteronomy.
Now we're getting into the lesson. Matthew 23 is real. Matthew 23. You got to know how God operates. You think you do, but you don't. He done delivered us from situations. He done delivered us from situations we don't know how we got out. I know that. I know I don't. I'm like, Lord, have mercy. How did I make it? Right? But the Lord was merciful because he saw my future. He ain't seeing you where you are. He looking at your future, what you can do for him. And if he can't find nothing in there, you may not make it. You understand? But he look at you in your foolishness and say, hey, I can use him, or I can use her. Right? So, Matthew 23. Jesus says something about the scribes and the Pharisees. Pick it up at verse 1. Matthew 23:1. Read.
Then spake Jesus to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat.
Where they sit?
Moses' seat.
That's right. Go ahead.
All therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do.
Hey, whatever they tell you to do, observe it and do it. Read.
But do not ye after their works.
But don't do what they do. Read.
For they say and do not.
They saying what?
Do not.
It's a lot of us do that.
What you
It's a lot of us do that. Yeah, I'm going to do it and don't do nothing. I've been in IOG long enough to know. Yeah, brother, I'm going to clean up. You ain't seen them since. Yeah, I'm going to get in the choir. I ain't heard a note. And you get used to it when you're working in the vineyard. You know that. That's why you work for the Lord. You don't depend on man. They'll let you down every time. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, depend on yourself. If you got to do it by yourself, do it. But don't wait on nobody else, because the Lord going to reward you handsomely when you do his job, right?
That's right.
Was that it?
23.
Read, brother.
Skip 23. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye pay tithe of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law.
Yeah.
Judgment, mercy, and faith.
You ain't doing none of that. You forgot about that piece, right? You all about me, what I'm driving, what I'm wearing. You done forgot about the weightier matters, right? Mm-hmm. Law, judgment, mercy, and faith. You're supposed to be teaching this book, not worried about your car and your clothes and your money. Read.
These ought you to have done and not to leave the other undone.
The Lord giving us the instructions even out of day on how to do this thing. But what are we doing? We fighting them every step of the way. No, Lord, I'm going to do it my way. Ain't no way. It's only his way. You don't have a way. It's only God's way or the lake of fire. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand. You can only be obedient to this God, period. Ain't no negotiating nothing. Do what I say, do or die. That's the whole Bible. The Old Testament. That's his resume. If you look at the Old Testament, look at all the killing he done did. The New Testament, all the killing he gonna do when he get back. Y'all tripping out here, thinking I'm going to heaven. I'm be no. I'm gonna kill and kill and kill till I'm done. That's what Jesus said. Please don't make me kill these pistols. Please don't make me kill you. That's God. In that Bible, he's saying, please don't make me kill you. He begging. But we said, no, kill me. Cut my head off. You looking for it because you don't want to keep the commandments. He's trying to beg you, but we don't want to listen, do we? So look. Man will let God down so many times. Let me tell y'all. I mean, man will let God down so many times, so he got to the point he was like, I'm done with this. Let's go to Isaiah 9. We almost out of here. How many scriptures we got left?
A lot.
29. Some of y'all gonna leave early just because of that. That's all right, though. Isaiah 9 and 6, what does it say, brother?
For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God,
what else?
The Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
Read.
Of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end, upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth even forever.
Even for what?
Ever.
Go ahead.
The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this.
And you got to believe that, man. When you read this book, what the Lord is doing, you'll be like, man, how did I miss that? The Lord is doing something so big, but we concentrating on stuff so little, like your house. I ain't got no bread. I ain't got no coffee. The Lord is doing something huge, and we're not even reading it. The Lord is trying to create gods to rule other nations. He ain't trying to just get you a pair of shoes for you to look good. It's bigger than that. You got to get off the petty stuff and start speaking what? Spiritually, the things that's coming. You got to be warning the child. Come on, man, I ain't even mad at you. I ain't even mad at you no more. Because what the Lord going to do to y'all in 3.5 years, I got to pray for you, Doc. He did it to us in 400. Y'all getting it in 3.5. How you going to put 400 years in 3.5 years? You talking about nothing but blood and guts and people crying all over the place. You thought COVID was a problem. When the Lord let go and start dealing with this Gentile, you ain't going to be nothing but, Lord, please be merciful. Please be merciful. I don't want to see nobody die, man. I'm telling you, I don't even like to kill insects. I'm just telling you how I'm cut. The ones I ain't scared of. But killing anything is not pleasurable for me. I don't care if it's a mosquito or nothing, because I know that the Lord created these stuff, not us. Who killed a roach this morning? Who got roaches? Saw that roach and killed him this morning. Bam! You shouldn't have did that. The Lord created that roach.
Shouldn't have killed that roach.
You know you killed him with them church shoes on. Anyway, where you at?
We at Isaiah 16.
Go ahead. Isaiah 16 is real. Look, real business. You know, those of us that understand the Bible and the place of safety, and we look forward to this stuff, right? Let's turn to Isaiah 16. I want to point something out to you. Isaiah 16. Pick it up at 1, brother. Go ahead.
Send ye the lamb to the ruler of the land from Selah to the wilderness, unto the mount of the daughter of Zion.
Go ahead.
For it shall be that, as a wandering bird cast out of the nest, so the daughters of Moab shall be at the fords of Arnon.
Because judgment is coming on Moab, right? Mm-hmm. Now he's wandering at the fords of Arnon. He don't know what's going on. He's so confused at this time. Read.
3. Take counsel, execute judgment. Make thy shadow as the night in the midst of the noonday.
Go ahead.
Hide the outcast.
Hide who?
The outcast.
That would be Israel. Going back to the land. Why we going to eat their Moab? Hide them with y'all. You understand? The Lord got a plan, Israel, if you reading this thing. Read.
Bewray not him that wandereth.
Bewray not him that what?
Wandereth.
Because we always been wanderers. Read.
Let mine outcast dwell with thee, Moab.
Go ahead.
Be thou a covert to them from the face of the spoiler.
Who the spoiler? The Gentiles trying to get us. But he say, hide amongst Moab, your brothers, your cousins, right? Hide among your cousins who act like they didn't know you, by the way. Right. Read.
For the extortioner is at an end.
The extortioner is what?
At an end.
It's over for the Gentiles. Read.
The spoiler ceases.
Uh-huh.
The oppressors are consumed out of the land.
And it's going to be a terrible time right here. Read.
And in mercy shall the throne be established.
And what?
In mercy.
Go ahead.
Shall the throne be established.
Yes, sir.
And he shall sit upon it in truth in the tabernacle of David, judging and seeking judgment and hasting righteousness.
That's why you want to be with the Lord for this jump off. You want to make sure your calling and election is sure up in here. You cannot be sitting in here playing. I can't say it enough. Get a seat up and go play out there. But don't play with God. Don't do it. Your life will be over real quick playing with God. Give yourself a chance. Right? Where we at?
We just finished that.
Was that it?
Yes, sir, Michael.
So after the Lord deal with these nations or those in the wilderness, because you're going to come to that wilderness and the Lord going to deal with you. But after that, let's see what the Lord do. Let's go to Micah 4. You go into that wilderness.
That's right.
It almost seemed crazy talking about this stuff when I was in Adventist. And 144,000 came out the Adventist church. I was like, how is that when they say they come out of great tribulations? You don't come back. You asking too many questions. You gonna spoil the flock, right? Just because you asking questions.
Wow.
It don't say the Adventist church, it say they come out of great tribulation.
Right.
Micah 4:1, what it say, brother?
But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow into it.
Well, that's right, because once you get back, now they're going to be looking for the Lord. Man, let's go up to God, all nations. Let's go up to see the Lord. Ain't nobody single-minded. Everybody like, I'm finna go see the Lord. Read.
And many nations shall come and say, Come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
And ain't no doubt about that. All the workers of the Lord gonna be doing their thing then. They're gonna be helping these people get to where they need to be. Read, brother.
And he shall judge among many people.
He gonna what?
Judge among many people.
And what else he gonna do?
And rebuke strong nations afar off.
What else?
And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks.
Why? Because they tired of fighting.
Right.
We better make these in the garden tools, player, because we do fighting. God, we losing. Read.
Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
Because God gonna wear them out. He's a God of war. You can't fight God.
No.
You cannot. Who tried? You sitting here right now, ain't you? Because you lost.
Facts.
And it's merciful that you sitting here. I know I tried to fight him once. Y'all see that cut?
Teach, bro.
I lost.
Right.
Daniel 2. Was that it?
Yes, sir.
So Daniel prophesied of this kingdom to come. Let's go to Daniel 2. Take a look at this kingdom. Daniel 2. What did it say, brother?
Verse 40.
Daniel 2, start at verse 40 to 44. Go ahead, brother.
And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, forasmuch as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things. And as iron that breaketh all these, shall it break in pieces and bruise. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay, and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided. But there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, forasmuch as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay.
Go ahead.
And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken.
That's these 10 nations. They going to be partly broken.
Right.
Read.
And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men. But they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay.
Go ahead.
And in the days of these kings.
In the days of who kings?
These kings.
You in it right now. The days of these kings are right now. Read.
Shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed.
You see why we ain't got time to be playing? Look, Noah only had 3 sons. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. They all ruled. Japheth ruling now. He's at the end part of his rulership.
That's right.
You understand?
Yes.
We've been in slavery 400 plus years this time already. You understand? I ain't never saw us in slavery for 500 years. All the signs are lining up. And then you look at the news. The Gentile doing just like the Lord said they gonna do. You understand? Esau over there having his way with Ishmael. No. The Gentiles and Esau having their way with Ishmael. Ishmael like, we don't have weapons. But I got sandals and rocks.
Right.
You see, they different than we are. Them boys got tanks and airplanes. Ishmael go out there with rocks and sandals and fight. Us, we ain't going out the house. What do you mean? I got one gun. You on your own. Bro, you on your own. I ain't going nowhere with you. I can't fight this Gentile with no rock. But Ishmael, it says he going to be against every man. He a wild man.
Right.
Right? And he'll kill you too. Don't give him his tax money in the store you go to. Give me my 10 cents of tax. I ain't got it. Put it back. He ain't playing with you. I ain't letting nothing slide. You be like, give me my 2 pennies and change. Oh. Ishmael don't care about you. You understand? They hate you just like every other nation. But guess what they do? They take your money. Who go grocery shopping at the gas station? Look, I'm riding around Memphis, right? Some of the areas don't have grocery stores. That means they go to gas station. Mm-hmm. That's how bad we are. Mm-hmm. You shop for groceries at the gas station. Ishmael can't get away with that in the white community. But in our community, he can. You think they don't know where to put their stores at? The Chinese? I thought they hate y'all. Y'all steal everything. Why you put a store here then? Because y'all going to give me more money than you steal. You understand? Everybody making merchandise of you. They even frying your chicken now.
Facts.
Wait a minute. It'd be good, too. That's salt and pepper on it. I'd be mad till I taste it. They letting them click. Oh, that's good.
Something like
Where you at?
Mid-44. Mid-44.
44, man. Go ahead.
Mid-44. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
And you know it's going to happen, right? Mm-hmm. Lord ain't just talking to be talking, right? Mm-hmm. But Jesus says something to the Father after his work was done. Let's see that, John 17. Jesus had did everything. He said, look, Father, this is it. And I'm telling you, he did a lot for us. Man, when you see what the Lord did for us, I can't be, hey, man, just thank you, Lord. Because I could have been in the lake of fire. I mean, we could have been in that lake, man. 17:4. What did it say?
I have glorified thee on the earth. I have finished the work which thou gavest me to do.
This is what you want to be able to say to the Lord when you done ran your race. If your mind made up, you could do this. But you can't be double-minded, right? A double-minded man is what? Unstable in all his ways. So you got to make sure your calling and election is sure, Israel. You can't be playing, right? Go ahead. Go ahead, skip down to 6, brother. Keep me in line.
I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou gavest them me, and they have kept thy word.
Look, the Lord say, he like, man, I did everything you told me, God. I even got the men you told me to get, and I kept them. Read.
Now they have known that all things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee.
Go ahead.
For I have given unto them the words which thou gavest me.
Jesus keeps telling you he was sent, but they don't want to believe that. He was sent. Read, Doc.
And they have received them, and have known surely that I came out from thee, and they have believed that thou didst send me.
That's why y'all sitting here today. Y'all read that book and confirmed it like, man, I'm keeping the Sabbath. Because I don't want to lose my opportunity to make it in the kingdom. And you putting your life aside right now to serve the Lord. And the Lord watching you. He like, that servant gave up everything today just to be with me. The angels rejoicing. Because y'all doing a phenomenal thing right here. You keeping the law. You are repairers of the breach. There's been a breach in the law. Y'all filling it up. We still keep the Sabbath. In every city, you got a camp you can go to. You understand? Because we believers in his word, and we know what Jesus came to do, and we the followers of Jesus, we're going to do exactly what he did. Separate ourselves from this world and do this work. You understand? We got to do the work, Israel. Where you at?
9.
Read.
I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine.
You mean the Lord don't pray for everybody? No. What did he just say? Read it again.
Right. I pray for them.
The one that follow me. Go ahead.
I pray not for the world.
The people in the world, I don't even pray for them. Read.
But for them which thou hast given me.
Why?
For they are thine.
Remember that when you come to class. I belong to the Lord. You ain't got to have no apprehension. Let them look at you crazy. Well, I'm going to class on the Lord's Sabbath day. Period. Watch my house. Since you ain't going.
Right.
Skip down to 17, Israel.
Sanctify them through thy truth.
Why?
Thy word is truth.
Sanctify them through what?
Thy truth.
What's truth?
The word of God.
This Bible. Don't listen to nothing I say. I will lie to you and take your purse. But with this, I will not. You hear me? And I ain't lying. I came from somewhere. Y'all did too.
Facts.
I checked my pockets when I came in.
What you said.
So look. Look. I just want to say this. We read the commandments every week, don't we? Right? But do you know, in them commandments, you got the laws for God, then you got the laws for man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at the laws for God. Mm-hmm. Exodus 20:1. And he's very serious about not violating him. I don't know if you're listening or not, but he don't play. He will kill you. I shouldn't say that at class, huh? He'll kill you.
That's the book,
I shouldn't say that, should I?
It's in the book, bro.
He will destroy you. He will murdercrate you. He will stomp you in the ground. Who you talking about? Jesus. Now let's look at his rules concerning him. Who got house rules for their house? If I walk in your house and say, take them shoes off, what I got to do?
Best take them shoes.
But I ain't got no socks on. Take them off. I don't care. Take them off in my house. That's your rule, is it not? I got to follow your rule if I want to come in your house, right? Now, this is God. The same thing. 20:1, what it say?
And God spake all these words.
Who
saying,
spoke it?
God spake.
I want you to know who talking. Read.
All these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
I'm the one brought you out of slavery. Who you talking about? I'm the one got you out of slavery. Me. What else he say?
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
He's talking about you first. Because you can override his law. Your wife say, let's go to class. I ain't going. You know how we be as men. Go ahead. I'm going to stay back. I don't feel it today. That's you overriding God. You understand? Didn't he say ye are gods?
Right.
I told you ye are gods.
Right.
So this one here, thou shalt have no other God before me. He's talking to you first. Don't override my law. You understand?
That's right.
Don't change the law to fit you. Okay? He's talking to us first. Read.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth.
I'm not a bird. I'm not a fish. I'm not a cross. You understand me? Mm-hmm. I ain't none of that. Don't make nothing about me. Nothing. Read.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them,
Nor what?
Nor serve them.
Why?
For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquities of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
Look, who been jealous before? If you jealous, you want to kill something. God say, I'm a jealous God. What that mean? Say, I stay mad. Why? Because what they going to do tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
Who come out of Sunday church? All y'all supposed to be dead. You think I'm lying, don't you?
No.
Go to Psalms 111. Were you finished?
No.
No, we ain't finished. Stay Exodus 20, and where you at?
6.
Verse 6. Keep me in line, Israel. Go ahead.
And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments.
Look, showing mercy unto how many?
Thousands of them.
How many people in the world?
Billions.
We only made the thousands? You think the Lord don't know numbers?
He does.
The Lord say thousands of them that what?
Love me.
And do what?
Keep my commandments.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. For the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name
You know what?
in vain.
Let me tell y'all something. Whatever you do, watch your mouth. This right here gonna get a lot of us throwed off. You understand?
That's right, bro.
He said, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. If you say you're a servant and you quoting all these scriptures every Sabbath, you better go out and do it. Oh, it's for nothing. You're doing it for nothing. You fronting in front of us. That's all you doing, running your mouth. And the Lord know your heart. Sitting there right now, he know if you dirty. I'm going to give you a chance to walk out. Go ahead.
Not turn the head.
Ain't going to move, brother. Right?
Right.
So you can't use his name in vain. If you say you love the Lord and you do what he say, you better do it. You better do it. Read, Doc.
8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
If I say remember to give me my $100, what that mean? That mean don't forget. Because you ain't going to forget.
Right.
And it tell you right here, do what? Remember
the Sabbath day.
The Sabbath day. Because you'll remember that money. You'll remember the day off your boss gave you. If he say you got off next month on Thursday, you'll remember it. But he say, come see me every 7 days. I forgot. I need to see you every 7th day. I forgot. But you go to work every day. Right. On time. And you early. You ain't got to be here till noon. You come late. Who priorities in order? And you think the Lord don't see it? He see everything you do. Anybody you put before me, you ain't worthy to serve me. You can't put your boss before him? Y'all got money? You making the money already. You can at least say, you know what? Let me go and serve my God. He done gave you the job, put food in your cabinet, got you some nice beds to sleep in, gave you some nice clothes, and you still complaining.
Break it down, bro.
Ungrateful. I know what you said. You don't know me. Yeah, I do. Because you me.
Teach.
Right?
Teach.
We the same.
Yeah.
Where you at?
9.
Read.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
Go ahead.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
And that's the only day you have a problem with. That's the only day you got a problem with. You wake up every day, everything automatic. Come to Sabbath, can't do nothing. Right? Can do a lot, but in your mind, you can't do nothing.
Teach, bro.
Playing with God. This is his law. This ain't negotiable. Read.
Right. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter.
Look, your kids need to be off, player. What else?
Thy manservant.
The dude who walk around, Benson, he get off. Go ahead.
Nor thy maidservant.
The maid don't even show up. Read.
Nor thy cattle.
Nor thy what?
Cattle.
Your animals ain't got nothing to do today but eat. What else?
Nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
Well, I got visitors at my house. If they ain't keeping the Sabbath, they ain't visiting.
Right.
Because it's your house. He said, your house.
In my house.
Don't come to my house on the Sabbath if you ain't keeping it. I ain't going to let you break the Sabbath in my house.
Right.
I'm not doing it. And I'm talking about my kids. Them the ones going to do you. Your children. Your run going to try you. I'm watching my TV. Not in my house. You ain't doing nothing in my house. Why? Because the Lord holding me accountable. You say in your gates.
Teach, bro.
So when somebody come to your house on the Sabbath, you better tell them, we keep the Sabbath holy. If you don't do that, my brother, I'm going to ask you to come back on Sunday.
Get the step.
Or Saturday night. Right? They'll probably never come back. But praise the Lord. But they know, they heard what? About the Sabbath.
Yeah, they do.